Alright, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna try to do maybe like a new series here. I've been playing like Minecraft for, I don't know, it's been a while, but I took a break from it. I messed around with the mods a little bit, and then I started playing this one. So let's go ahead and get on there. I kind of started this maybe, I don't know, I've been playing on and off for like a month, but I really haven't gotten much accomplished. But I don't know, I've just been kind of messing around with it. Maybe I'll try to do a new series with this, but I don't know, just something to do on the side. So I'm trying out my audio. We'll see how it works. Just let me know down in the comments. If you think the sound's bad or something, that's fine. We'll adjust accordingly. But anyway, so I started on a base here. This is kind of my layout, and here's what I got so far. That's my base, and I don't know, I was trying to do like a deck or something over here, and I don't know, I've been doing this on and off. So so I got my garden, trying to do some plants over here. I got some ender lilies. I've been trying to get some more of those so I can get some ender pearls, because a lot of the mods in this game use ender pearls, especially for Ender IO. So I've been getting those together. And then what I like about this mod pack is it's got something called Move Fluids, and you can get a bucket. This is just rudimentary, but you can use the animal net and capture a cow, but you can get fluid cows, and then you can get, this is a steam cow, so you can get actual fluids out of it. And I don't know, I've just been putting stuff into barrels. I don't know, there's just so much you can do with this. It's really cool. So anyway, I'll get back to the bucket in a minute. So I'll just kind of show you my layout so far, what I've been doing. I just kind of started. So I started out with lava. I've been getting the lava from the nether, and the lava from the barrel goes into here. I got like a tank for like a level amount, and then they go into these magmatic dynamos, and I was using those for power for a while, as well as this generator. And I had an energy cell here, and that's got 2 million RF. And then what I was doing, I had a chest here and eventually upgraded it, and I was taking all of my ores, putting them in here, and what they would do is they go into the sag mills, get ground down, and then they get smelted. And then that was going into a chest. So I just got this refined storage system up. It's just very basic right now, but it's really helpful because I can store a whole bunch of stuff instead of putting stuff in chests. So you need an interface for that, and I made a crafting grid. Over here, this is I kind of got this wall. It's interfaced with this. I'll show you downstairs in a minute. The drawer controller, and then all my materials. So these are the ones I use the most. I'm thinking about expanding this. Might do it around this side or something and have it back to back and have one on this side so I can get to stuff. This is kind of like my work area when I started this base. And then let's take a real quick downstairs. So I'll show you this, but I've been working on this for a while because I got a mining system going on, and so it took me forever to get this Iscalium. I'll show you this big pit I had to mine out to get this much, but finally got a reactor going, and then that's powering my I got a small capacitor bank here. It's 10 million RF storage, and then that powers the controller for refined storage, and that's using 21 RS per tick. The system's a little bit different, the way it draws power. And then I use this to make all the stuff for refined storage, so all the components you make through the solderer. And then it took me a while, but I just went ahead and just made 64K drives. I got two of them. No, wait, I got one 64K, one 16, and then one 4K storage, but I'm only like 22% full, so that's not bad. And I got a ton of stuff in here. And then this I just use for inputting extra items into the network system. I don't know. I've kind of heard mixed reviews about refined storage versus applied energistics. I mean, I've used both. I like applied, but this one, I mean, it does. It's not as what's the word for it? It's not as, you can't do as many things with it. It's not as developed as the other one. I mean, it's, you can do a lot of stuff, but what I'm saying is there's more options with different channels with applied energistics. It just seems like you can do more with it. It's more expandable, but this is more of like a basic pack, and I can see why he included this because it seems like it's just a bit more simple to use. I haven't had any problems with it so far, so I mean, if you want to make things, for example, let's make, I like this option, and Applied Energistics has this too, so if we want to do like a chest plate, you can just get iron, and then you take that and you hit move it in there, and then you can just craft it. It automatically crafts it, so it takes whatever's from your inventory and refined storage, and you can just craft things that way, and I really like that. So you can just put it back into there and it'll store it. So, but I've just been gathering materials right now and slowly working through this pack. I just want to take my time, and then I want to work on my base. So I do miss extreme reactors. He didn't include it in this pack, but this is more of a simplistic approach where you use a scallium and you make steel blocks, and then you make the structure, and then you got to use glass and the reactor controller, and there's like an energy extraction point right here, and then I just use that to go into here. But I mean, it's simple and it's passive. You really don't have to maintain it once you don't have to maintain the reactor once you get it up and running, but I don't know, I probably need to expand it, but it's been working for what I use it for right now. I'm thinking I'm going to expand this side, and I'm just going to make this kind of like the, it's going to be like an energy room, but I just been kind of messing around and relearning the mods because it's been so long. Then I've been trying to experiment with this compactor and make, because you can use this to make compacted netherrack. And I'm trying to figure out a way to make nether stars without messing around too much in the nether, but I guess I got to go back in there. And then I had a slice and splice, but I got to put that back in, and you need that to make higher tier endems with Ender IO. So anyway. So here's that. So that's the basement. I'm going to expand upon this as time goes on. I like these glowing blocks they have with where you can chisel them and everything. I haven't done much of that yet. I'm just trying to get my base set up. And then upstairs I kind of started with this, and I've been using DecoCraft and Architectural Craft. I started on, I just kind of did like a little pool table area and like the living room. And if you go over here, this is my light. I use chisel for this. I really like chiseling bits, but it's very time consuming. Dining room area, and then I got my kitchen. I've been slowly working on this, and just a basic base for now. I mean, before I'd build these huge bases, but then there'd be nothing in them, and there wouldn't be any, the detail wouldn't be there. But with this pack, it seems like you can really go with the detail, and I kind of like that. Fridge, and then I got a wine rack and whatnot here, and I like these Architectural Craft bricks you can do. So I started on the upstairs, I just never really finished it. I'm working on it, so it's just kind of like a cabin area. And then out here I got the deck, of course, drinks, umbrella. And so I guess I did start this a while longer. I thought it was a month ago, but I just been working on it on and off. I think there was like a 2-week period where I didn't play, and I got bored with it. And I was playing Nuts and Bolts Torqued. That's kind of a cool pack, but it's very involved. Yeah, I was using this. I was kind of working on out here in the layout a little bit, making these columns. And all right, so I'll go and show you where. I know I was going to tell you about my lava, how I was getting this lava, and how I mined all this stuff. So let's go out here. I was just started working on this tunnel from the base to my mining area, and I love these doors. The doors are great. I like that. It's like a submarine lab door or something. So this is my mining pit, and here's where I've been mining. I got a builder block quarry, and I've been powering this with lava. I've been getting the lava from the nether and putting it in barrels and just bringing it over here, and then I'm using a chunk loader to keep this going. But this is the space that I've mined out just to get that little amount of iscalium. I don't know, it's been going for a while, and it's huge. I just auto mined out all this, so you guys can see. I mean, it's a pretty big area. I think it's still going, but yeah, I started down here. With mining this out, and then eventually, as I got the resources, I expanded on it. And I am using this cloud pet. I like that. I got that in a loot bag. Luckily, I heard those are like impossible to get, and I got one like the first week of playing. Yeah, this is done. So what I got this set up is I got the quarry here, and some of the materials are going here, and the overspill I got a filter on this, and then anything but those go into this. All the important stuff goes into this chest, and then I take this. I gotta automate this, but I take everything from here and then take it up to my base, and then either melt it down or grind it or whatever, and then store it until I can get enough materials to get, expand upon the game. And then all the overspill of cobble I've been keeping in this colossal chest. This is really a cool mod. I really like these. I really like how these are done, and they're not too expensive to make. So that's, I don't know. Just mods just got a lot of cool things about it. It seems like you can get, like, with the mob drops, and when you fight mobs and in the villages, you'll find loot bags, and so I mean there's a lot of opportunity to get some of the materials for some of the mods early in the game. So I kind of like that, it kind of opens you up a little bit there. But yeah, so I've been saving. Okay, we'll take this drum and I'll show you how I've been doing this. This is how I started out. I know everybody does things differently, but I've been just trying to figure it out on my own. So we'll take this. This is how I've been powering this here for now, until I can get a... I've been trying to make a dimensional, I think it's called... Yeah, it's a dimensional transceiver. I've been trying to get to this, but I don't have enough. Wait a minute. I don't have the materials for this yet. So let's see, I got that. There's something in here. I don't have Enderman heads. I gotta work on getting some more of those. But I think I only have one head maybe. And you need 2 for the dimensional transceiver to send power. Anyway, so here's I've been doing the nether. I've been getting my lava from here. And my setup for this is where I've been getting my my power pretty much. I made a builder block that would pump. It's continuously pumping this lava. It's a huge square, but it's pumping it into barrels. So I'll turn it on and show you. So it'll fill that, and then it'll fill the tanks. So that's kind of like an indicator of how much lava is going through. So it comes up. This is kind of like an overflow buffer. This tank right here, that's only a 256 barrel millibuckets. Goes into here, and then it filled these barrels up. So what I'll do is, for now, so I want to fill this. Let's say we want to fill this barrel. Okay, so we get rid of that one. That one's filled, and then we'll take the empty one, and I'll just put it here, and you'll see it'll start filling it. See? And I've been using that to power stuff, so I've been saving these drums. So that's how I've been using this to pump, to power all the, this is kind of like my early game. So wait a minute, what happened here? Oh yeah, here we go. Sorry. I thought I lost everything there for a minute. Alright, so I'll just put the barrels on top. Like that one's still full. That one's still pretty full. That's empty, but... And then it'll power these generators to power this quarry. And then everything's been going into this chest, which is full. These are all just the regular ores. And then all the overflow has been spilling into here. I've been saving the netherrack and the soul sand. And all that's been in here. So, and then of course I got a chunk loader, and if you want to show the lasers, it'll show the chunk that I've been mining, which is huge, but I don't care because it's just another, so it's fine. But that keeps us loaded, so when the server's still running, it'll keep mining when you leave, which is really nice. For those of you that don't know about chunk loaders. So yeah, that's as of right now, that's where I'm kind of at with the game. And then I kind of, didn't really play a lot. Now I'm kind of getting back into it. So, no, I really like this pack. It's been, it seems like you can do a lot of stuff, but if you don't feel like, going through all the motions, there's, mods that are in there that you can kind of get to the next level with. Some of the more expert packs, you can't get to this level this quick. So, I guess it all depends on what you like doing and what you enjoy doing. So let's go back to the overworld. And I'll take this barrel. I really don't need it anymore since I got the Iscalium reactor going. We'll go back. I really like this cloud pet because it's really nice with the flight. And to keep this guy going, you need to keep nether quartz. So that also helps when I'm mining in the nether. The nether you have to feed this guy nether quartz to keep it going, to keep him alive. And without him in your inventory, you can't fly. So all right, so let's go down to the work area. So we'll get rid of this drum, and now we'll put this drum in there. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that'll power all of this stuff. I don't know, what is this junk in here? I'm not quite sure what this is. Why is this not filling? Alright, wait a minute. I don't know, it seems like sometimes I run into bugs with this stuff, and I don't understand. Let's see, we want that to go into... Let's see, fluid conduit. Let's see, extract, insert. Then we want to insert. And then this, we need this to go always active. There we go. Alright. And this one's not gone for some reason. I don't know, it seems like every time I upgrade it, I've recently upgraded the server to 1.4.8. And it, oh, there it started going. Not patient enough, apparently. So let's go in, out, always active. Alright, there we go. So that's making power now. And that's how I was powering everything. When I first started, I was just using this piece. And then, I don't know, do I have any ore to put in here? Let's see. There. Well, this is rose gold, that won't work, but we can use some of that, and I'd put it in here, and this'll smelt that. But then I have the sag mills, and that'll grind up the ore too, so that, and then everything goes back into the system. So that's kind of my setup right now. This door is great. I got this from, I can't remember what I was doing, but I got it, it dropped in a loot bag. I think I opened all my loot bags. I had a whole bunch. I was saving a couple because I wasn't even using some of them. Let's see here. I think I opened them all already. Let's see what else we got. I've collected a lot of stuff. No, you need this to make the for this color brick crafter. Here we go. Here's my loot bags, and then the loot bags, you'll get stuff. Let's see. Wait. There we go. Like that's in that one. So that helps you out as you go on, but I don't really need it right now, so I've been just saving them. Sorry. And then I was just keeping other equipment in here, and extra barrels, extra drums. I don't think there's anything in this one. This is empty, isn't it? Yeah, that one's empty. I'll just leave it there for now. So, yeah, that's kind of my setup as far as this. I'm going to expand upon maybe in my next video, next episode, if you guys like this. I'm going to kind of do a more... I'd like to automate the garden, maybe. I haven't gotten to that yet. I've just been using it for food and then grinding it and using it for wheat. So maybe my next project I'll be setting this up, because right now I'm still doing this type of farming, and there's a lot of ways to automate this, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't had the time. But you know, I do like playing the game. I like how it's kind of a mix of you know, tech mods and magic and all that. So what I do with this is you just put this in here, and then the wheat should go, yeah, the wheat will be made into flour, and then it'll cook it in here, and then it'll go right into the systems for food. So got some melons. Sorry this isn't that exciting, it's basic, but I've just been working on it. And anyway, getting back to the fluid cows, you know, there's a lot you can do with this. And then I got this animal net, and you can pick up, like, you want to pick up that guy. So I've been flying around and exploring a little bit and just grabbing whatever animals I can get. And I don't know what happened. There was like a glitch in the game, and I had a Signalium. I had a Signalium cow and a Cryotheum cow, and I was using that in here. I was filling this up, and I know there's a way to automate them with like conveyor belts and stuff, but I just haven't gotten to that part. But the reason why I chose this spot is this mountain and this landscape over here. I don't know, I like it. So we got like the Alps in the background, and then when you fly around, I don't know, I just like the landscape here and how it generated. So I was like, well, I'll just set up shop here then. That's fine. But you know, I had a good source of lava to start out with, which was nice. And when I flew up to this, there's a blaze up here, and you can get blaze rods when this thing appears. So I would just fight this guy, and see he appears, and then I'll just kill him, and then grab his blaze rods until he does that. See, but he drops a blaze rod, and I'm still dying. Did I get it? Where'd it go? There it is. So that, you know, that's a good source of that. You know, my weapons aren't the best, but I've been kind of going with what was free. I do want to set up Tinkers and get that going. And, you know, it was a bonus that it was a village right here, and I kind of raided a lot of the stuff in this village as far as when I first started, so that's where I'm at as far as early game. But anyway, yeah, if you like the video, you know, let me know, and hit the like button down there, or leave something down in the comments. I am looking for some people to possibly join the server as of right now. And I was trying to get a group together, and that didn't work out, and then I got busy with work, and you know, when you have kids, you're busy. But I still do, you know, it's kind of like one of my hobbies, you know, I like messing with computers, and I've always been playing games since the 80s, so that kind of tells you my age right there. So anyway, so maybe in the next episode I'll either work on automating things and getting this, maybe expanding upon the base a little bit. There's a lot to do here. This is just kind of like a basic base. I don't know, if I get some more people on the server, I'd like to maybe expand this area and kind of like do a town of some kind. I know I played on this server one time and everybody was kind of like set up close to each other. I know there's the resource sharing and all that, but I know I like interacting with the people on here and just kind of learning this stuff because I've learned a lot about modded Minecraft and the how to work with some of the tools and everything through other people. So I know I like the whole community aspect of it. So anyway, appreciate you watching, guys, and hopefully there'll be an episode 2. All right, and that's it for now. So I guess I'm signing off. All right, take care.